Okay, it's all been vacuumed. I've got the Oreck XL Pro put in place. I've got my carpets all pre-sprayed. I've got my 100% cotton heavy absorbing washcloths or luxury washcloths in place. They do a fantastic job, and I figured I'd use those today. So enjoy the Oreck Orbiter as it crushes through all the soil and dirt. I'll show you the pads as I switch them out. And you can always tell when the bonnet or the towel is no longer lifting soil. Especially with the human eye, you can see the brightness as it starts to pick up soil. So anyway, enjoy, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay. Woohoo! And that's just Velcro. You can find my video where I modified the pad driver. That is towel number 1, and I've reused and reused these quite a bit, so they do last. They only cost, I think, $1.16 a piece or something like that. Okay, let me get the cord situated here. All right, and let's get the pad set up. You can see it looks beautiful. You do need to make sure you flatten these all the way out. I'm using both types of cloths. These come from Walmart. This one's ribbed. It works pretty good, you know, without the... I had been sewing them together and putting some tufting between them, but that was not the answer. The answer was just Velcro. It almost works exactly like a Challenger bonnet. And I do change the pads at least. When I'm using these, I'll do 2 per rim minimum. And then I'm in no hurry, so sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 just to make sure I'm picking up all the soil. So hang in there, and I'll see you here in a bit. All right, you can see picked up nicely. And my driver pad's missing a couple strips of Velcro. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably only put 4 strips on it anyways. When I put the Iron Man on it, the Iron Man kind of stuck to it pretty aggressively, and it lifted the Velcro, and I just figured I don't need that much. Okay, let's get the master bedroom cooking. All right. And what is this? Pad number 3, I think. Yeah, pad number 3. These pads work great. You know, you can see that one has a little hole up in the corner there. It'll almost be time to get rid of that one. But for $1.16 versus, 15 to 20 bucks for one from Challenger. And of course, there's a 14-inch, so it hangs over a little bit. These are just 12 by 12 washcloths, or 12 by 13. All right, back to it. And let's take a look here. Boy, that one picked up a lot, huh? There's pad number 4. And you see, that's the one that's not ribbed. I think the one that's not ribbed works a little better. I tried to go back and pick up a dozen more, but they were out of them. So I'll be buying more. And when I visit Walmart, me and my wife shop at Walmart all the time. So from time to time, I'll just grab 2 or 3 at a time. You can see they're doing a fantastic job. I'm not flipping them. I'm just using one side because they are thinner and they absorb all the way through. I'm going to shoot a little more pre-spray. Get things moving here in this traffic area. And stay tuned. Okay. I think this is, what, pad number 5, maybe? I had to toss them all outside in a pile because I'm busy working in there. Grab a fresh one. I had an earlier job this morning in the same area. This one, there was no way I could film. I try to pick one good one for the day, but if I can. But they had a lot of questions about the VLM. So I had to spend a lot of time explaining it, and I figured, well, I'll just use the Ironman bonnets. Or actually, I think I used the original Oreck bonnets on their home. Just because when someone has that many questions, I don't want to come in with a washcloth and then they're like, uh-oh. They don't understand cotton's cotton, right? We know because we use it. But it was easier to explain. I use a special double-sided pad that's super absorbent. And I use the Autoband, so I explained to him it's a polymer. It's going to lift the soil. I'm going to remove it with the pad, and then if anything's left behind, it'll dry to a crystal. So they were excited about it. Actually, I think her husband looked up on YouTube about, or on Google, about the encapsulation process, and he watched a few videos, and he was like, hey, they didn't absorb it with a pad. And I said, yeah, it's just an extra step that I do. I use, the Autoband 3-in-1, so I can actually remove the soil as I go, and then if there's anything left, it'll dry to that polymer. I said some commercial jobs, they'll go in, spray their end cap solution, agitate with a brush or CRB, and leave it. The next day, they just vacuum, everything comes out. So he was excited. Some people, that's all it takes. I told him I'm a steam cleaner. I've been steam cleaner for forever, and this is new. And told him, these machines come in all sizes. For residential, I like to use a smaller one. But for bigger commercial jobs, maybe a 17 or 20-inch one. Even though I don't own one yet. I'm considering it, but I own 2 Orecks, and these things just, man, they go ham. So easy, they get the job done. You do get less cleaning surface, a 12-inch pass, so you're going to change pads a lot more frequently. Okay, enough chatter. I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, let's check this one out. Another dirty pad. I think that's what, 7? 5, 6, 7 maybe, that we used on 3 small rooms. We got 2 left if I need them. I'm gonna pump up the sprayer and I'm gonna go over this section one more time. I'm picky. I just have a feeling that there's more soil that could be removed right here in the entry, even though there's shadows and it's darker, but lay it on there heavy. Just not happy with the results at this point. So that's something too for the new people that are doing this type of work. You can go through the whole job and then you can always come back if you have spots or things you need to treat, and do it. Or if there's darker areas you want to, apply a little more solution. And just, you'll see, I'll still pick up, even though technically I would be done. But like I said, I want to give this one more shot. Even though the customer's not here, I'm doing it just because of pure integrity. I want the best results. And I know you guys do too, guys and gals. So I'm going to run over this, and then we'll take a look at the pad and see what more I get out of it. I guarantee I'll get some more out. It's inevitable. There's always going to be a little soil left in there. Nobody gets 100% out. Even with the steam cleaning, you're not going to get 100% out. You're going to do probably 90%, 94, 95%. But this method, I won't have any worries about wick back. And yeah, you can already see one more effort there. One more effort, and look at that. It is just shining and polishing. And it's almost like, because it was so dirty in that area, you have to clean it 2 or 3 times in order to neutralize all that soil. You get it in one pad, and then now it's kind of like a moderately soiled room that you would go out and do. So you do it again. You get it down to where now it's just lightly soiled. And then maybe one more time, you just go over it with a pad again. And you can see it. I mean, that is really good. I'm pleased with that. So, okay, I'm going to finish this up, and I'll catch up with you in a few seconds in the video. All right, all done. I don't think I need to go over it again. I'm pretty happy with the results. Let me lay this down. You see what I mean? I would have walked away and been done, but I did one more pad. And of course, the pre-spray, the ammonia and all that, that's going to bring up all the rest of the soil deeper down. So there you go. Not too dirty, so if you can see kind of what I see, but not as dirty as those pads, but it did help. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in my next episode.